Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation Boston. This is turn 4.5 for the Commonwealth and 4.6 for France. It's January of 38. So let's get into some UK tech rolls. We're going to go for improved construction, not on the board 7 or higher, and long-range aircraft not on the board 8 or higher. So construction first, and 8 we succeed, and long range. A 3 we miss, so 1 out of 2. So we get on the board with improved construction. Okay, so how about purchases? The United Kingdom has 14 to spend. They're going to spend 13 and save $1. So we got a militia upgrade for 4 and 3 infantry for 9. That's 13. FEC 5 to spend. They're spending all of it on the completion of the fort in Calcutta. Anzac 10 to spend. They're going to spend 4 of it on 2 militia and save 6. Obviously no combat, so it's all non-combat. So over here, we're sharing this C-zone with this Japanese sub. So we're going, well, let's do this transport down here first. So this transport is going to pick up the anti-aircraft gun from Cape Town, the infantry from South Africa, and come over 1, 2, 3, and drop them off in southern India. It's not going to go in port. It's just going to sit where it is. If the Japanese want to kill that transport, that's good. Okay, over here, we've got a naval transport, a light cruiser, and a destroyer here in I-4, sharing this sea zone with this Japanese sub. So they're at a major base. They're going to come down 1, 2, 3, over here to, what is that? A54. So they're in A54. Okay, another Japanese opportunity. We got an empty naval transport here in Calcutta in I-11. So that's just going to come down 1 if Japan wants to declare war. More power to them. And it's going to come over 2 and 3 to I-4. We're not going to go in port there either. So again, if they, well, actually, maybe we'll do some, actually take that move back. We're going to do a strategic naval move. So it's going to come down 1, Japanese sub could declare war. 2, 3, Japan could declare war. And 4, and go in port there on the lower half of Cairo. So there's a couple more opportunities for Japan to declare war. Over here in the Med, we're going to take this naval transport and port in Gibraltar, picking up 2 infantry, and it's going to come over 1, 2. Now, at the same time that it goes into that sea zone with M4 there, with that entire Italian fleet, we're going to have these ships here in M2, which is a light cruiser, a destroyer, a fleet sub, and a light carrier with a fighter, and the entire fleet in M8, which is a couple battleships, a couple heavy cruisers, 3 destroyers, and a light carrier with a tactical. All of those are converging here in M4. The naval transport's going to continue on its merry way and drop the 2 infantry off in Cairo and go in port there on the north side of Cairo. And then the entire remaining fleet that was in M4 is all going to back up to M2. So that does include this entire fleet. So I'll put those all on the card. And then we're going to have, let's see. How do we want to do this? We're going to have the light carrier that came from M8 that is now in M2. That went 2 spaces. It's going to go a third to A44, go in port. So the tactical bomber that's on there is just going to land in Gibraltar. Okay. We're going to have this We're going to have a heavy cruiser destroyer and a torpedo boat destroyer come up one at a major base, 1, 2, 3, where those German units are, but we've got our entire fleet there in A-21 if the Germans want to declare war. We're going to put those 3 units back on the card there in A-21. This heavy cruiser in A-44 is going to come over 1 and join the fleet there in M2. So we'll put that on the card. We're going to have 2 militia in London come over to southern England. And I think that might be it for the Commonwealth. Okay, so unit placement, we got 3 infantry. They're going to go down in London. And then the militia upgrade is in Cairo. So add another infantry to Cairo. The FEC, the 4th they completed was in Calcutta, so put that down in Calcutta. And we got 2 Anzac militia, 1 here in New Guinea, 1 here in New Britain. Okay, so how about money? Let's see, Anzac, they're now sitting at 5. And they spent 4, so they'll have 11 next turn. FEC spent everything in their 7, so that's what they'll have. And the UK is at 16, and they saved $1, so 17. So it should be 17, 7, and 11 for the Commonwealth. Okay, on to the French. $8 to spend. They're going to spend 5 and save 3. They're going to finish their fort in Paris. Non-combat. We're going to have this naval transport pick up the 2 infantry in Algeria, come up 1, and drop those 2 guys off in southern France as I knock over the Italian militia. We've got a militia in southern France that's going to move into Paris. We got a militia in Aquitaine that's going to move into Paris. And I think that's it. Our ships are going to stay put. Planes are on map. Okay, that's everything. The French, we completed a fort in Paris. So put that down in Paris. Okay, income. The French are now sitting at 10 and they saved 3, so 13. Okay, let's do a unit recap. Southern England, 3 militia, a seaplane, an anti-aircraft gun. London, a fighter, an anti-aircraft gun, an air transport, 3 infantry. A-21, battleship, battle cruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, 4 destroyers, 2 torpedo boat destroyers, an empty light carrier, naval transport, a fleet sub, and a coastal defense ship. The French have a fighter and a medium bomber on map in A-22. Southern France, 2 infantry. Aquitaine, 5 infantry, a mountain infantry, a foreign legion, 2 motorized, and artillery. Paris, a completed fort, an anti-aircraft gun, 3 infantry, and I believe 6 militia. 2 naval transports in M1. Gibraltar has a light carrier in port in A-44. Gibraltar itself, a fort, a coastal artillery gun, a militia, mountain infantry, and a tactical bomber. The British fleet in M2 consists of 2 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, 4 destroyers, a light cruiser, a fleet sub, and a light carrier with a fighter. The French fleet is 2 battleships, a light cruiser, 3 destroyers, a torpedo boat destroyer. Down here in A-54 off of Cape Town is a naval transport, a light cruiser, and a destroyer. There are 2 transports in port in Cairo, 1 south, 1 north. Cairo is a militia, a medium bomber, and 7 infantry. Sea Zone I-7, 4 French fleet subs, and a Commonwealth naval transport. Southern India is an anti-aircraft gun and an infantry. Calcutta is a fort. The FEC have 4 infantry, 2 Gurkhas, 2 militia, 1 anti-aircraft gun. The British have an infantry and an anti-aircraft gun, and Anzac has an infantry and an artillery. And then Anzac added 2 militia, 1 in New Guinea and 1 in New Britain. And that should be it. So that's everything for the Commonwealth and the French here on tour number 4, turning over to Hambone for Italy.